Hi everyone, thank you for joining us and welcome to today's workshop on tips and sales and prospecting. I'm Chris, I'm brand and content marketing Latam at Duda. During today's session, we will go through some tips on prospecting, attracting the right leads to your agency, and why this is important to keep your business healthy. So I'd like to introduce you to Marcelo Gonzaga. He's joining me today as our special guest. Marcelo is the CTO and co-founder of Surfe Digital. Surfe is a very important agency here in Brazil, known as for its big clients and spectacular results. It's great partners of Duda and also a big reference here in Brazil as an agency that everybody knows for its huge results and for having good cases with different segments in Brazil and also in Latin America and across the world. So we are very excited to talk about it today and to welcome Marcelo as our special guest today and to know a little bit more about how Brazilian agencies are dealing with the challenges that we have nowadays and also how to attract the right leads and to have great results not only for their clients but also for their own agencies. And so welcome Marcelo. Hi, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you also for the presentation. And I'm very excited also to share with Duda community our learnings about prospecting and sales, okay?
Yeah, good. Yeah, this is the first one of a series of webinars, and we are also very excited to launch our new project, Duda University, and it's also a huge step for Duda. So we are very glad to have you with us today, and also it's also a good chance to our clients around the world to know a little bit more about Brazilian market in agencies and also in digital marketing. And yeah, if you haven't checked it out yet, go to education.duda.co. We have a lot of courses and different content and materials that you can check out and see some other tips like how to introduce you to Duda and how to know more about our different features and tips on the marketing on the market and a lot of different stuff. By the way, we are about to launch a new course on dynamic pages and collections, a topic we know many people are interested in. So be on the lookout for that as well. And let's go to the topic for today and know a little bit more about sales prospecting and how to attract the right lead. At this point, I'd like to hand over the presentation to Marcelo, and let's go. Yeah, Marcelo, take it away.
Let's go. So I'll just present for people who doesn't know Surfe Digital, something about us. We are a marketing and sales digital transformation agency based in Brazil. We help people, company structuring and accelerating marketing and sales growth through agile solutions, technology, and digital business culture. And here are some of our numbers. We are Duda Latin partner. We are HubSpot partner also and RD Station partner. And let's go to the tips. So I'm going to share some tips to build a predictable and a better prospecting process. And first of all, I'm gonna show you our first funnel when we started to generate leads, when we started to build our sales process. And as you can see, that was our numbers at that time, 2015. We had at that time 161 visitors, unique visitors, and no leads, no qualified leads, no opportunities, and no sales from the web. We used to have a field sales process. Actually, we doesn't have at that time. a sales process, I mean, documented and modeled with standards. So that's it. And here are some of our numbers from September and August this year. And we have a lot better results. So just to show you how we improved our numbers and we improved our process. Now we have a pretty predictable funnel, and that's been really great, especially during the pandemic, because a lot of companies, as Surf Digital, is passing through difficulties because of this. So the first thing about the subjects, the content we're talking about today, I want to share is there's no magic formula to succeed, but there's plenty of methodologies, frameworks, knowledge you may learn and test yourself. So make your business your own lab, test it as much as possible. That's something we do a lot here. When we are, for example, trying to build a new product, we're talking about when you're talking about selling something to any client, we first test in our business. We first test, especially when we're talking about prospecting process. So we have a sales, inside sales model, and we use a combination of inbound prospecting and account-based prospecting. So we can nurture, warm, connect, qualify, engage, and close clients with this model. And one thing I want to share also is to pay attention how deep are the touch points you have in sales process. If you have a high or low touch touch points during your sales prospecting, your sales process, because this makes a lot of makes the things how can I say it, this will change how you build your sales prospecting or your sales process at all. So, and after you you analyze your how deep your sales touch points are, the most important thing about sales and prospecting is the process. That's something you have to
I feel like it's something that you have to create different processes so you can. It's also a good tip to scale your agency, right? If you have processes and you try to make your team to understand how you used to do and create patterns and how to materials so they can understand better how the sales process is and also the marketing process is a good step and an important step to make your agency scale with it doesn't matter how big and how big the agency is and how many people are involved in. So maybe creating this process and knowing more about the tools that we can use to do it is also a good thing to understand and to learn more. How are the tools and the processes and the things that you use to create inside Surfe to make your team work better?
Yes. So that's the most important thing. If you wanna grow in sales, if you wanna grow in lead generation, you had to uh, you 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 have a good process, uh, and that's it. So we have 6 key elements of sales success sales process. That is pipeline. So you have to design your process as a road to close, and use software, a CRM or a prospecting software, and keep your pipeline updated. Uh, Define and follow the steps of the sales funnel of your pipeline, and follow it correctly. If you have a well-defined steps of your pipeline of your sales process, but you or your team doesn't follow the steps correctly, you will not succeed in that. Have also well-defined activities and do the everyday tasks, research, calls, emails, meetings, social points. That's really important also. Have also a workflow, and not just have, but follow a cadence workflow. What to do first, what to prioritize, give rhythm to business and the activities. That's something that we have already failed a lot, because when we started to generate lots of leads, our sales team received uh, new leads, new kind of opportunities that we thought it was opportunities, and we fooled our team with lots of leads, but they started to have the 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 problem that is, what I do first, what I what I have to do before doing uh, uh, before, for example, calling, making a call, for example, uh, and discovering that that lead doesn't have is not that that lead is out of my product fit, for example. So that's a really important thing. And if you have lots of leads, if you don't have a workflow, a well-defined workflow, and follow this cadence workflow, you will lose lots of deals. Have also goals and make it clear, uh, make clear what you need to achieve during a period of time. For example, you have to make a certain number of calls. Uh, you have to research a certain number of deals before calling, for example, and that's it. And have also metrics of everything to understand, to analyze and understand uh, where are the possible problems of your prospecting process, of your sales process, and also uh, to know if you're in the if you are on track, for example. So every day we see the sales metrics to know if we are about to achieve our OKRs, for example, and that's it.
You mentioned how qualification is a big challenge and also very important to understand better the market and to bring the right people to your funnel so you don't waste time talking to people that are not really interested in the solution or the service you are providing. So it's something that is also a very big challenge in Brazil, but also in the US and in a lot of big countries that having a big market and trying to identify the best leads and prospects that you can find and try to work better with them, not with all the market that you have available for you. So having these profile of the customer is a very important step. And how do you deal with that? How do you create this persona and the profile that you want to achieve?
Yeah, that's something really important because if you are growing your lead generation or even if you don't have lots of leads to work in sales, you have to know for who uh, your solutions are. So having an ideal customer profile, well defined, map the personas inside your ICP. It's one of the uh, main one of the basics of having a great success in sales, in prospecting, because if you have lots of leads coming to your sales team, you have also to you have to be productive. So if you don't identify quickly that someone is inside your product fit or outside your product fit, you will maybe lose lots of time, and you will not be assertive with those leads. So that's something really important. For example, we have sharing more about our process when we have uh, marketing qualified leads that we send to our sales team. The sales team research this person, they call this person, and in about 5 to 10 minutes, they ask some questions, and they can say that if they this deal, if this lead is inside our ICP or not. Did I answer your question, Chris?
Yeah, it was very nice. Actually, it's also important to understand how these ITP goes to a journey and how we can use these journey to map and to understand how the sales process can be. So, how do you, after having the ISP and having these profile identified and organized, how do you insert it into your sales process?
Okay. Let me know if I understood you. You want to know how we build this ICP?
Yeah. Also, how do you use this ICP after having it ready?
Okay.
How do you use it in
Okay.
your sales process? How do you
Okay.
implement the process and the strategy to use that in your sales and how to generate leads with that ICP mapped and identified?
Okay. So if you have a well-defined ICP, I mean, you have a well-defined profile of who usually buys, who usually, sorry,
Yeah, I think I see how we can use these ideal customer profile to understand better how the journey used to be, and then if we add it to our sales process, it makes easier to understand how you can go through barriers and objections that the sales team can have, and maybe trying to understand their pain and then going straight to that pain into the sales journey, so we can help not only in the sales process but also during the success and the journey of success of these customer when they are already clients. So how do you feel that Surfe is dealing with that and trying to make these ICP works with the sales team and understanding how better you can create sales process considering this profile and these type of customer, especially here in Brazil?
okay. I think one really important thing about ICP is to understand the main characteristics and what are the difficulties that they have, and your solution is made to solve, for example. So if you know that, and if you, in a really quick conversation, you can certify, you can validate this information, for example, you will use the ICP in a great way. If you also map the behaviors of the persona, for example, what are the main behaviors of the different personas inside your ICP? You uh, you, you can understand better how to help those clients, for example. So mapping the ideal customer profile decision journey is something really important. If you map all the touch points, all the opportunities, map your how is the decision taken during the sales process, you will succeed in that also. Did I answer it?
Yes, it makes a lot of sense.
Okay. So the third tip is to model and define your sales process. So analyze ideal customer profile information. Am I repeating it? Sometimes I feel that I'm repeating a lot the things.
No, things are very good to understand better and to see how you do. So go ahead. Maybe you can uh, talk about the ways that you actually do it and how you create documentation and plans to do it. But yeah, it's been very good to hear the way that you understand that, and I feel that's very important to agencies around the world, not only in Latin America, because you know how difficult it is, and especially today, how how difficult it is to understand better our customers' pain and how to create these models. So go ahead.
Okay, so analyze ideal customer profile information, analyze ideal customer profile decision journey, and analyze also previous sales data. For example, we used to have a model of a prospecting process model with lots of volume, but we didn't have so much productivity because we were failing a lot in sales in workflow cadence workflow. So, and we have a different, how can I say it? How can I explain? We have two different, sorry, I'm not explaining it in a good way. We have two different, we divide our whole sales process in two process, the prospecting process and the closing process. In the prospecting process, we focus in volume and productivity. We have in this part of the process, we have lots of leads, we make lots of activities, and the main goal here is to identify, validate, and to generate good deals, quality deals to our closing sales teams, salespersons. So, and then we have a second process that is totally focused in quality and accuracy. So that's how we do here. And repeating, that's not the only way to do it, but it works fine for us. So how is our prospecting process model? We generate lots of leads, as you saw in our marketing and sales funnel. We generate lots of leads, thousands of leads, and we send it to our prospecting team, and our prospecting team research the person before connecting. So research the person, the company, check all data sent from marketing. We check which pages from our website or landing pages this person navigated. We research this person and the company also on LinkedIn, for example, to see, for example, how many employees this company has, which segment, for example, and then we connect with this this prospect. So connect means outreach, calls, emails, social points. We use a lot here in Brazil, WhatsApp, for example, and the main goal here is to generate rapport. It's to get the attention of this person, to connect with this person. Then we qualify. We check if this possible deal is inside our product fit. We check if there is fit with our solutions. and products. And if the answer for this is yes, we have a deal, and we send it to sales closer. And how is our closing process model? Before we create a deal, at the end of our prospecting process, now we have a sales qualified lead by SDR, and the first step that we have is to discover all the needs, all the problems, all the needs, map everything about the company. And here we use lots of spin selling techniques. So we have lots of questions about the situation of the company. We analyze the website, we analyze if this company has marketing automation, if this company has uh, 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 a lot of things, and we especially check how is the experience of the website, the landing page. We check also some numbers if this company has if they track behaviors, if they track uh, a lot of things. So if they have the numbers of the company, and we analyze where are the problems, and with this information, we build a proposal, and then we go to the next step, that is proposal presented. And we have a presentation for this client. Then we have the next step is negotiation, and then signature. That's it.
Great. And how do you understand if that process is working? After I already see your slide, and do you have scripts and try to plan? I understand that you have a lot of questions that you need to make to the prospect to understand better. And then after that, how do you understand if the process is working and if it's enough for your sales team, or if it's too much and the volume is too big or big enough for your sales team to work and have good results?
Okay. Well, we first of all, you have to plan the activities. So having great scripts and plan the activities with standards, and also map data information about how we are performing all those steps is really important uh, to improve the process, to improve uh, the scripts, to improve your emails, and I think that's it. If you have a good script, for example, to research, you you certify that all people will look to the same things you would look if you I mean uh, that's a way to establish a quality standard for your process. So if you're researching some person or company, you have to look to those things and certify that they have this kind of information. If, for example, if you only have, uh, if you work with some segments of companies, for example, and you have a lead from other segment, you will just certify if this company is inside your ICP. Having also call scripts, you don't have to follow it exactly. If you are a good prospecting professional or a good sales professional, you will know how to follow the script, but not following it in a robotic way. So having a good call script is also a way to succeed in that. Social interaction templates also. So I said we use a lot here WhatsApp, for example, and we have also some templates for first first message, second message, third message, and a breakpoint message, for example, and also the same thing for email templates and this last point, sales enablement content, that's something that we are succeeding a lot. When you have content like videos, emails, presentation, blog posts, infographics, sheets, and we are also building some tools here, like quizzes and assessments. You send it to your prospecting. You send it to a person that doesn't know you so much. They are kind of learning about your company. They are becoming they are getting interest in your company, in your content. For example, if you have rich content, great content, this will help you a lot, especially in connection phases and engagement phases, and in awareness, for example. That's it. So here we have a screen that I put it in this presentation. We have some templates, email templates, and we have lots of different email templates for inbound, outbound, and recovering lost deals. We have breakup templates also. So we have lots of templates. Here's an example of one of our templates that we personalize the name, the salesman name, also the name of the company, and we have also some cases and content being sent inside this email. And the salesperson also has the opportunity to personalize before sending it to the person. Tip number 5, set cadence flows. If you have a great volume of marketing qualified leads being sent to sales team, pay attention to is your team losing deals because they don't have time to work them? Is your team losing deals because they don't know what to prioritize? I've already talked about it. Is your team losing deals because they have too much deals a day to prospect and they lose improperly? So the cadence workflow is designed because of that. We saw in the past that we used to lose lots of deals because we we didn't we had a volume of leads, and we didn't know what to do first, what to do after some activity, for example, and we didn't know for how many days we had to follow this deal. So uh, we created some cadence flows. And for example, here we are showing day 1, day 2, day 4, and day 6. That's cadence with 6 days. And we have also the activities that we designed, that we modeled. So in the first day, for example, we research a deal that was qualified in an inbound process, and we have the first email being sent to this person to warm first. Then in the day 2, we call this person, and we have also a social point, that is a message that we send to this person after the the call in WhatsApp, so we can make a straight connection with this person. And in day 4, we have another call and an email. And in day 6, we have a breakup email. If we couldn't how can I say it? If we couldn't validate that this deal could advance to our sales team, to our to our closers, we sent this breakup email, and then we mark them with lost in our tool.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see how important it is to keep the lead engaged so you don't lose it during the process. And I'm very
Yes.
we have a few minutes left, and I'm very curious to understand how you use content to do that, to keep them engaged and also to keep understanding how the profile is and how their pain are and their pains are, and how you can use that into your sales process.
Okay. So and automate when possible. We automate some activities in our prospecting process. So, for example, we mark as a lost in our prospecting process after 10 days that we didn't have a connection with the deal. And then we have also another automation that we reprospect people that we, after some months, we reprospect with generate new prospects in our software to put them in a new cadence flow after some months. So the sixth tip is use content during the process decisions. So sales enablement content is a great marketing asset to warm prospects. I have already said about it also. So if you have great content, you have a better connection and qualify it easier, because people like to receive great content, interesting content that help them to understand better the things and faster, when with a good experience also. So and it also generates brand awareness. So here is one example of an email that I've sent, and I sent to a prospect. So here we have lots of videos that we use on our YouTube, and we have also lots of blog posts also in the email, in the content of the email, and we have also a case, a success story. I mean, that we have built. So this person can understand better what was the problem, how we solved the problem of another company, and they can see if they also have this problem and they want also to solve those kind of problems, for example. And that's it.
Thank you, Marcelo, for sharing all those tips and your experience with us today. I'm quite sure everybody could take a lot of good tips and insights to start applying today. And we have a lot of other webinars going on. So I suggest you keep looking at our page and at Duda University to check it out. To sum up a few of the tips that Marcelo shared with us today, it's important to have an ISP to understand how your persona is, how your customer profile is, to add these to your sales process and to understand better the decision journey. And having scripts and planning your activities is also very important. So you can organize it and share with your team so they can all have patterns and quality standards to follow and never lose the things and the way that the agency used to do it, and setting cadence flows, and also using content to do everything that you can to make your process better. I really like that tip. I like how we used our social personalities and how we can use a lot of different channels to keep the leads and the prospects engaged, so they can keep understanding better the solution and the service that we provide, and how we can use that to improve our sales process. So I think I learned a lot. I hope everybody also did. I'm sure that they did. So thank you again, Marcelo, for being with us today, for sharing all those tips. And again, don't forget to check us out at Duda University at education.duda.co. And thank you for joining us today. Bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.